Tom Kean is the former governor of New Jersey and was the 10th president of Drew University. He surged onto the national scene in the years following September 11th, when President George W. Bush appointed him to be the chairman of the 9/11 Commission. Since then, he's become a much sought-after expert on national security issues. So, we sat down with him recently to talk about the world as it stands right now.
Pakistan is the most dangerous country in the world.
And he didn't pull any punches when it came to the country where Osama bin Laden had been hiding out before he was killed by U.S. Navy SEALs.
It's volatile. We've got nuclear weapons in Pakistan. We've got leadership, which seems at the best confused. At the moment, we're not getting along with them very well. And that makes it a very, very dangerous situation.
Following the raid killing bin Laden, the United States suspended $800 million in aid to the country. Kean says that was the wrong move.
We cannot fight the war against al-Qaeda or the militant Islamists without having a stable Pakistan. It's not going to happen.
When it comes to al-Qaeda, Kean took issue with what Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta told reporters in July.
We're within reach of strategically defeating al-Qaeda.
Al-Qaeda in Somalia, al-Qaeda in Yemen, the emerging al-Qaeda in Nigeria, the al-Qaeda that's in the jungles in the Philippines. No, we got to worry. These are whole new threats, so we're not very close to doing away with al-Qaeda.
And he had more striking words for Libya. He says with the fall of Libyan President Muammar Gaddafi's regime, in which the U.S. and NATO forces supplied rebel support, he says he's worried about al-Qaeda becoming influential in that North African country.
I think it was a mistake. I think it was a very dangerous intervention. And if it turns out to be a war between the two tribal factions in Tripoli that lasts a long time, that is exactly the situation al-Qaeda likes.
Even though he has taken on such a high profile since leaving Drew, Kean says he still vividly remembers what Drew was like on 9/11.
I remember meeting with the students in the Simon Center, and we talked a bit. We sung a little bit. In our own way, we prayed a little bit. And the reaction of the Drew community was just what you'd expect it to be. They wanted to help.
Kean served as Drew's president from 1990 to 2005 and says following the terrorist attacks, there was a lot of fear in the country about possible anti-Muslim violence. But he says, not at Drew.
We had a march that the students organized around campus by candlelight to commemorate 9/11. And walking side by side in the march was the head of the Muslim student organization and the head of Hillel. And I saw that and I thought, we're all right. This is Drew, and we're going to handle this just fine.
For more on Tom Kean, join us on campus Tuesday, September 13th, when he kicks off the first of the Forum Lecture Series at 8 p.m. in the Baldwin Gymnasium. For Drew University, I'm Ted Johnsen.